Hello. Well, for the astute amongst you, you might notice I've got a new haircut. And if I've got a new haircut and a freshly trimmed beard, that can only mean one thing. That it's time for another episode of the Haircut Conspiracies. I believe we're on episode number 8, somewhere in there. The Haircut Conspiracies are where I share the information and conspiracies that my barber shares with me. I don't believe these things, for the record. This isn't my belief. I'm merely repeating what is communicated to me. Some of these things are outrageous, some of them are slightly offensive, and some of them are horrific, and some of them are just entertaining. It covers the gambit in these, so just know that these beliefs aren't my own. But hey, without further ado, let's get right to it. Well, I expected to hear a lot about Biden. I found out some nuggets of information. I'd always thought that, Biden, part of his family and his wife and his child had passed in a horrific car accident, but apparently, unbeknownst to me, and most likely unbeknownst to you, Joe Biden was responsible for ordering their deaths. And so that's what I was told. It's kind of dark, I get it. It's a horrible thing to say about a man, but again, this is not to be taken extremely seriously. Hopefully by, the content that I'm delivering to you, hopefully you have the intellectual capacity to determine that this should not be taken incredibly seriously. But let's just go ahead and get on with it. So, again, I was told about how, I guess it's Hunter Biden. There are pictures on a laptop of him and his 14-year-old niece. And then some update from that, though, is that, I was also previously told that there were pictures of Obama's children on there as well. And there was some canoodling of some sort. But what's the new nugget of information and all that, I guess, is that apparently Obama's children are not his own. They're not the children of Michelle and Barack Obama. They are apparently hired actors or actresses, I guess. I'm sorry. And I was told that, they couldn't be his children because a man and a man cannot have a child. So the implication of the conspiracy is that Michelle Obama is not a female and that Michelle Obama is male. Again, not my view. I don't subscribe to that, but that's what was conveyed to me. So, moving right along. Let's see, what else? There was a surprising little bit of information about Tesla, not the company, but, the inventor and the guy that worked with electricity. Apparently, Tesla was best friends with John Trump, which is Donald Trump's uncle, from what I'm told. And apparently he had worked on time travel. And so here's where it gets even more shocking, is that apparently Julian Assange is likely to be John Trump. And Julian Assange looks just like John Trump, so obviously he must be John Trump. And the way that he is able to, look younger than, I guess, John Trump, who was best friends with Tesla, so in theory he would be really old, but he had access to the time travel machines that Tesla developed, and so that's how Julian Assange is able to be places where we don't think he is. And apparently the military, for some reason, went in and they rescued him, and the reason we know it was the military is that he was carried to the police vehicle, and apparently the police vehicle was driven to an airplane, and then somehow Julian Assange ended up at Camp David, of all places, last year, and spent some time with Donald Trump. And I guess since it's really his uncle, John Trump, it's not shocking that he might want to travel to see his family. I mean, who am I to judge? So that's a little bit John Trump, Tesla. And yeah, so Tesla had been working on many things, and one of them was time travel. There's also some, and this I think is all related supposedly, right? That there are like 6,000 pieces of technology that Trump's going to release before he leaves office. And one of the inventions that has been hidden from us is what's called a med bed. And now none of this information should be shocking to any of us, since they've been cloning people since the 30s, okay? And a lot of the politicians you see are not actually original people. They're, in fact, clones. I've been told that this is the case with Hillary and numerous other people. I believe Biden himself is a clone. Not I believe, but I believe I've been told that. Yeah, so these med beds that are going to be released before Trump leaves office, apparently there's 3 beds, I guess, that are known. She could only remember the functionality of 2 of them. One of them resets your DNA. So you hop in this bed, you lay down, and boom, Control-Alt-Delete on the DNA. So I guess it's my inner nerd that calls for the Control-Alt-Delete when I think of reset. Yeah, so the other one apparently regrows organs and limbs. So if you need a new gallbladder, you hop in the bed, you lay down, poop, up comes a new gallbladder. Not exactly sure how the science behind that would all work, but this is what I'm told. Let's see. There are a lot of military aircraft in the air right now. Normally at any given time, there are 250 military aircraft in the air. And right now, according to one of the videos that I was shown while I was getting my haircut, there are over 1,000. And the reason there are over 1,000 is because there's a ton of activity. They are recalling the military, and they are recalling the military to conduct the indictments, the arrests of the 209,000 pedophiles that Trump has indictments for. So that's going to happen, and active duty military personnel are being recalled, and that's why Trump withdrew the troops from Afghanistan, or the remaining small number that he withdrew them, and I guess some of our people in Iraq as well were withdrawn, and they're all coming back here because some big news is coming out with these indictments. And the indictments, of course, are against the 209,000 cases of Hollywood pedophiles and politicians and high-profile people that are all going to be arrested. And what I was told is that there's going to be another lockdown. And the next lockdown, the whole COVID thing is just a cover for the 209,000 indictments that they've been working on. And so what's going to happen is the military is going to be deployed to arrest all of the Hollywood pedophiles. And, you know, for those of you that aren't new to the program, the Hollywood pedophiles and the rich elite are the ones who have been holding the children in underground bases, and where the children are being tortured for their adrenochrome, and they drink the blood of the children in this adrenochrome to stay young. And that's how come the people in Hollywood look so pretty. So that was what I learned today. Another exciting day. Great to be back in Texas, and great to be, you know, woken up with all this enlightening information. Again, these views are not my own. These views are expressed to me by my barber. And so that's it, boys and girls. Anyways, hey, stay woke. Love you.